Let me ask y'all a question since we just mentioned Chris Brown. Why he don't get to put on the MJ tribute, man?
Easy.
Sponsors.
They let Janelle Monáe now. Don't get it. Janelle got busy.
Janelle got busy.
But because of his reputation, of his past, they're not gonna let him. Sponsors don't want him to do it.
Man.
And he's been doing that. He's been doing that over the past 12 years. Because I can guarantee you now, no one has been more consistent in music than Chris Brown.
Man, that's crazy.
Think about the
More consistent
past.
as what?
Putting out music, putting out quality music. He has not missed in almost 8 years. Really think about the quality music he's put out in the past.
Not to say I like disregard, but I'm just saying like
at first, bro, I ain't used to mess with Chris Brown on that level. I used to play his music, but the boy, you can do a. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro.
He might be unbeatable in the verses.
I was finna go there. That's one of the people that you probably got put up against the.
But the greats. Actually, you know what? I can't say he is one of the greats.
So y'all on the what's his name?
Chris Brown versus who?
You on the Chris Brown for Michael train? Is that what we're doing here?
No,
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But he can hold his own.
But I think he can hold his own against anybody.
Okay. Yeah, he got it, bro. I can't.
He can hold his own against anybody.
I thought y'all leaning more to that tank.
Look here, it's certain things you're not gonna do. He wouldn't even do.
Yeah.
But I think he can hold his. If not hold his own, he can beat anybody.
Yeah, if the right joint's going.
The right joint's going on, and you gotta think about it.
Yeah.
The past 5 albums, at least each of them has 5 or 6 hits on them.
I would love to see a Chris Brown versus Usher, bro.
And I can see either one of them losing.
Yeah, if the right joint's got to be right there. And I can see
either one of them needing more than 20.
Man, but that's... I'm telling you,
I can see either...
You don't mess with CB like that?
No, it's not. I don't mess with CB like that.
Not, you know.
I'm just not. I don't want to like not give like a real take on it because beyond like shit. Probably his 2010 joints. I can't tell you what songs that's up there.
He's beyond that.
So
like the past 8 years, he's been on it because he's not as vocal as him being the best.
Well, part of it is because of the position he's in. He can't be that guy.
He's kept himself out the limelight for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He keeps his head down. He keeps moving, which disregards people putting out people don't see the quality of music he's actually putting out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really think back. If you look back now,
yeah,
he has not missed in 10 years.
Yeah.
Look, if you ask me, I'm sorry to do that. Like, if you ask me with the verses you just said, I'm probably more than confident with Usher would take that.
I can't say that.
I used to say that. Thought that way, but
I can't say that. I can't say that.
I'm more than confident.
I'm saying because what Chris can do that Usher cannot do. Usher got all the hits.
Usher has the hits.
So does Chris.
No, the hits.
So does Chris.
It's hard. It's hard.
So does Chris.
I'm telling you.
So does Chris.
Look,
and Chris got.
Y'all give me something that's touching Confessions.
For what generation?
It don't matter.
It does matter because
Confessions a transitional record.
You can't tell these kids now that Chris Brown ain't got a confession.
Confessional. We just saw him at the fucking Super Bowl. Confessions is a transition.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
it's not. I'm not talking.
Usher.
I'm saying Usher is one of those people that where I think he gets disregarded. Usher is one of them ones
so to
where it's not the same. Because of the backing.
I can't say that.
Because of the backing.
Can't say that.
He's not the same.
Can't say that.
I'm not saying it won't be close.
Nigga, it'd be more than close.
I'm just saying like close. It's
because I say this. For every song Usher got, Chris got one for it.
What?
For every song you got, Chris got one for it.
What's that song both of them did a
X Factor?
Yeah, both. Man, I'm be honest. I don't know. Both of them did a verse on this song, bro.
All the shit with 2 Chainz that Chris wrote.
I think it was
that they said, it took Chris off of it
and put Usher on it, but somehow the Chris Brown version
everybody said, "Oh no, why Chris version ain't on it?"
Yeah, it was
a problem on TikTok. I'm not saying Usher wouldn't win, but I'm not saying Chris Brown will lose either.
I'm saying Usher win. Sorry.
I hear you. I hear you.
I think to me, like it's not.
I have to see it, bro.
I put it this way.
That shit ain't easy.
I put it this way. It's not no disregard to Chris Brown. I just don't think, as much as Usher get praise, I don't think Usher get the right praise he deserves. Usher's the one that's actually been carrying R&B beyond the R. Kelly, the Michael Jacksons, to the point where like he's the one that's been carrying it.
The only reason why we saying that is because the position Chris has been in, he has not been getting the recognition because of what happened. But arguably, you can say he's been carrying it. Usher took a sabbatical. He wasn't putting up no music.
I can give you that.
It wasn't to the residency he was doing old stuff. Chris had been putting albums out since then, bro. And he's been putting out quality work. Yeah. But because of his position, he's not going to get the recognition or the spotlight.
I totally give you that, but that's part of the game.
I'm saying, but you can't say Usher's been.
That's part of the game,
you can't say Usher's been carrying something that he took a break on.
No, because the thing about it, if we're talking about straight. Now, keyword, straight. We ain't talking about a mixture. We ain't talking about Ja. We're talking straight R&B. We're not talking about like him rapping in between.
We don't do straight R&B either.
We're not, dog.
Neither one of them do straight R&B.
No, they don't. They get a little pop.
Neither one of them do straight R&B.
No, I'm just saying, but like if you're talking about more so Chris Brownish, if I hear a Chris Brown show, I'm looking for the mixture. I'm not looking for just straight R&B.
Chris Brown got a bop, bro. That's what might get him over the edge.
I give Chris over the edge for performance wise. I would give Chris over the edge like right now.
But there
are like y'all haven't.
You sound like an old man.
You can call me an old man. You sound like an old man, nigga. You call me old. But you ain't named no tracks yet.
You ain't
named no tracks yet.
It's too many.
It's so many on both ends.
It's so many on both ends. And I can name 10. You don't even know. You just said you ain't heard Chris Brown since 2010.
Name the tracks. So that means you just should be able to tell me what would be the name of the track that when Confessions come on, Chris Brown will follow up and the crowd will go nuts.
I don't think Take You Down.
Take the matter of fact, even beyond that,
Getting Poppin'. He has his own version of that. It's not.
It ain't Confessions, is it? That's what I'm saying. Usher has records that resonate beyond the generation, dog.
You know, I can't tell you. And Larry, you can vouch for this. I can tell you what Take You Down did in the rink. I can take You Down did in the club. I can tell you what Take You Down does for that group.
Take You Down as well.
If he put Take You Down, if he did Take You Down, and Usher dropped Confessions right after that, dog, that ain't gonna do nothing.
Shit.
That ain't gonna be the same, dog. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
I think that's probably a tie on
that. I can't tell you that.
It's too wild.
It's too wild, bro. So, it's not a clear win for neither one of them. I'll be honest, it's not a clear win.
I'm not saying. I would say Chris Brown.
It's 3 in the morning. You know I'm on. That boy go crazy.
First of all, we hear that first round.
So as soon as
all alone.
So as soon as Nice and Slow come on down, do nothing.
I'm not saying it don't.
Me and a couple of guys at a party.
That's what I'm saying. What are we talking about?
We're not saying that
you just told me. You just told me literally. I'm not the only person. Like I think it's a lot of Chris Brown fans and a lot of Chris Brown like love their music, whatever. But when they hear certain songs, it just resonate different. And I'm just saying, all them songs you talking about that you've heard, the majority ain't heard. So which means they play them Usher joints. Them Usher joints gonna be the one that take over.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
You throw an R&B party here right now.
Chris Brown versus Usher.
You just throw an R&B, and we gonna include all the new shit. And then you play the old shit. It's gonna be a different ring, dog.
All the new shit, Chris will win.
It's gonna be a different ring, dog.
Yeah, new Chris.
New shit, Chris will win. Usher ain't got enough new shit to beat Chris in new shit.
He don't like. Oh my god.
So it sounds.
That's like. Hey, you know what? That's like saying, hey, Prince got Michael because he got more records.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not saying that because what I'm saying is this: Chris's new shit is actually fucking popular.
So you saying his new shit? So his new shit better than Usher old shit?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
But I'm saying Chris got enough old shit to compete with Usher's old shit. And also, too, we're talking about two different generations. You talking about 90s Usher and the mid-2000s. When Usher took a break, Chris took off and took it over.
But did he take Usher's spot?
There was no spot. There was nobody there. So yes, he did. There was no one there.
I'm saying.
So you
Are you telling me Usher's Chris Brown's
when Chris was popping? Where was Usher? When Chris was popping, where was Usher?
Did Chris Brown's catalog?
Yes, he did.
Is Chris Brown catalog took over Usher's catalog? That's what you're telling me?
It might be bigger at this point because he took a break. Q, how many albums has Usher put? How many albums has Chris Brown put out?
We're talking about quality of work.
Quality
of work.
You can't speak on that because you ain't listening to this niggas.
No. I'm asking you. I haven't said a word.
Yes, I'm saying.
That's why I'm asking. I want you to sit here and say.
This nigga's a DJ who play. He can tell you. It's the quality's there.
So you're saying Chris Brown's quality discography has taken over Usher's?
If not taken over, bro, it's
up there.
Nah, ain't no up there. I want to know take over or not.
Because it's a slippery slope for me.
Because one is generational. Because
it sure is generational. Like, I'm quite sure, and that's why you can call me older generation or not. Yeah. Like I'm just saying, like you haven't told me songs at that taken. You haven't told me songs. You gave me songs, but then you said you got quiet when I brought up the songs I gave you right after that.
You said Confessions. I said Take You Down,
and I said Nice and Slow.
Nice and Slow popping. Excuse me, miss. Deuces. No Guidance. Go Crazy. Go Crazy was a fucking TikTok.
Sorry, dog. That ain't it. That ain't enough, B.
Okay, I'm with Chris Brown's whole thing. Chris Brown has 11 studio albums, 1 collaborative album, 1 EP, 9 mixtapes, 63 singles. And Usher has 9 studio albums, 8 EPs, 1 live album, 10 compilation albums, 81 singles, 1 collaborative album, and 34 other charted songs.
So once again, like if y'all sitting here, that's all I wanted to hear. Like I said, I told you where I stand and where I come from, and I'm asking y'all, especially since y'all listen to more Chris Brown than I have, has Chris Brown discography, whether you want to say his hit records, or you saying that's all I'm saying. That's it. So you go into a verse.
Our original argument was this: based on how it's placed, I can't say neither one of them will lose or win.
Oh, and Verzuz rules is 20 songs, right?
20 songs.
20 songs.
I think both. I think both of them will have a hard time picking 20 songs.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
They're gonna have a hard time picking 20 songs for sure.
Because also,
I just got a winner.
I don't see it. I don't see it being a clear cut winner.
I'm just. It's certain. Like I said, I think there's just certain songs. As much as he can come with,
that's one song. There's a few because you know Usher can do right. Mm-hmm. Chris Brown can do Look at Me Now.
It's not the same to you.
Look at me now. Look at Me Now wasn't big.
I ain't said
Look at Me Now wasn't big.
I'm not saying it wasn't big. We just saying it's bigger. It's bigger than Look at Me Now, dog. I'm sorry. It's bigger than Look at Me Now. What are we talking about? Look at Me Now is bigger than We can end the discussion right there.
Oh shit! Come on.
Is Look at Me Now bigger than
I don't know, man.
All right, whatever.
Depends on one. So one, is a pop song. It's pop. So I feel a different way when I hear that song. I said this. Am I playing in the fucking car? No.
You're not playing.
Are you playing in the car, nigga?
No.
So shut the fuck up, then.
G.
It's like
exactly. That's all you need to hear.
But that's fine. And all you gotta hear is,
and you know what? Oh, hold on. Matter of fact. Let me ask you this: I'm quite sure everybody loves and can sing the hook to and they can sing Chris Brown's like hook or whatever. But what are people looking for the most? Like at least Lil Chris and Usher can go back and forth. It's a clear winner. That's Busta Rhymes song. Everybody, the TikTok challenge, all that type of shit. Busta Rhymes made that shit.
Lil Jon made that shit. And Lil Chris's verse.
I literally just said, you can pick and back, you can argue back and forth. It's a clear-cut winner who made that song.
Listen, I wasn't singing Usher's verses. I did Lil Chris's verse. Stop out. Ridiculous. I don't give a fuck about, nah. What I'm saying is I don't think it'll be a clear-cut winner. That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of, it's
I don't think it'll be a clear-cut winner.
Can't make a choice, man?
No, I can't. I'll be honest with you.
All right.
Because I'm
not even trying to look at the Usher's discography because I don't want to be. I'm trying to be as fair as possible to Chris Brown.
I'm old enough to know Usher's discography, but I'm also old enough and was young enough to remember when Chris Brown first came out.
I know.
And up until what he's doing now.
So what we saying? All right, I put it to this way before.
To the point we can say this, and people haven't said this. If that shit did not happen to Chris Brown, would he have been bigger than Michael?
Damn.
That was an argument.
You know why that was an argument? Is because of potential. But you know what happens? What actually happens?
Shit, life happened.
Right. So we can't keep doing hyperbole on stuff that didn't happen.
No, I'm not saying that. Was that ever a question for Usher?
Yes.
It was never a question that we thought Usher would be the next Michael Jackson.
Did you? Gee.
Nobody ever said Usher would be the next Michael Jackson.
Gee. I don't, you know what? I'll take that back. I won't say he was the next Michael Jackson, but I don't think people were like, I don't think it was a situation where people were like disregarding him because you got to think about Usher's appeal at that time too. Usher was one of the few after Bobby Brown that had like sex appeal along with the discography as well. So he had the opportunity. Usher toured with Janet Jackson, so he had the opportunity to be that guy. Plus, once again, I go right back to Confessions. Like you can't disregard something.
I'm not disregarding something.
Disregard that
what I'm saying is that.
So he did something.
You can pick a clear-cut winner because you have not listened to Chris Brown since 2010.
I'm going, no. This is what I'm doing. This is exactly what I'm doing.
I get that.
This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm asking you all because, like I said, I haven't listened to it. But at the same time, I'm also asking you guys this, just to be fair. If we're talking about their peaks, right? And part of the peak was before that situation happened with Chris Brown. If we're talking about their peaks.
Before that happened with Chris Brown was the hottest thing smoking.
Right.
Period.
If at their peaks, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at their peaks. And you can't, that's how I'm making that decision.
So what it tells me this, because somebody in your age bracket is going to say Usher. If I get somebody 5 years, maybe 10 years younger, they're going to say Chris.
Yes, that's generational, but we're not finna go to that. I'm asking you. We have to make, people want to hear our takes. That's how they don't want to hear everybody else's takes.
My take is, one, I was there, I was a teenager, roughly about 16, 17 years old when Chris came out. So I remember that first album. I remember what Excuse Me Miss did. I was there at the rink when Take You Down came on. I remember when I feel you, dog. I also was there when
I was in some places.
we was
in some places where they was happening. And I was also at some place where Confessions happened too.
Right.
So I know what you're talking about.
So I'm not saying that, but Confessions was a little more mature. The album was a lot more mature. He was a lot growner when he did that album. So that's why. But I can't give you a clear-cut winner because Usher got a lot. I know that.
I know that. 20, man. I got to see.
And two, for me, I would have to see their 20 match up because one, they both got more than 20.
Yeah, 1,000.
Yes, they do. 1,000. I mean, I'm not this,
and I can't give you for every one I give you. For each one, they got 10 probably they can back it up.
Gee, we both sat here and confessed that like I said, have you listened to Usher's latest work?
Yeah, I have.
Have you listened to the Chris Brown latest? You listened to 11?
Yeah, I did.
So you can pick.
I think Chris Brown. I think this album is better.
When we talking about 20, we talking about 20. You should be able to pick from beginning to end. You the one with the knowledge.
We talking about somebody's entire catalog for the verses, though.
Right. They're not gonna just pick. They're gonna pick their top 20.
So
you kind of know what their top 15 are. They ain't gonna add no shit from the last couple years.
So if we want to add other variables, place, time, whoever, all that other shit.
Yeah. No, we not adding. Look, here we go.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Realistically speaking, I'm gonna just tell you. Realistically speaking, we're gonna be on this too long. If they doing 20, they're gonna pick their 15 top hits, and if there's anything recent, it's gonna go in that last 5 batch category. So you're telling me 15?
Chris,
you picking Chris?
Ooh. You say that. Let's say that you put it like that. That's the formula. That last top 5 current hits is Chris.
Okay.
Right. If they do that currently, it's Chris because Chris got 5 hits on his album right now. That's being played on the radio right now. Plus. 5 songs from his last album that's still playing right now.
Okay. You can't pick still?
Still can't pick.
Okay.
Bro.
All right.
Because I dive in on both of them when it's time.
Look.
Pause.
I don't know. Look here. They both.
Right.
Like,
I love like I know I gotta say I haven't listened, but I like Chris Brown's work.
Yeah,
I really like Chris Brown's work, and I did agree, and I was hoping that those BET times he got that Michael Jackson opportunity. Then the 40th Thriller opportunity that was pulled away from at the last minute, where they had to leak the rehearsal footage,
the American Music Awards.
Yeah, and they pulled that shit back.
That was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
That was
so I was really hoping that
last year,
a couple years ago,
like
for the Thriller 40th anniversary.
Actually, he hasn't performed at any award shows since then.
Yeah.
So when you say when I think of hit records, I literally go off the definition of like a hit record, like those records that not what you think is a hit record, but what actually is a hit record. Like what's the record that constantly being played on the radio, or what's the record that everybody knows? And I feel like we're at a point where Chris Brown, because of everything that's in play, you have to be a Chris Brown fan to hear Chris Brown music.
No, I can't say that. So
I'm not talking about like the hit 1-2 single that drop. I'm talking about the majority of his stuff right now.
Right now, a lot of his songs are being played on the radio.
So
a lot of his songs are being played. A lot of his songs are being played on the radio. It's because we don't listen to the radio. When's the last time you listened to the radio?
Dude, I listen to the radio every day, unfortunately.
And you ain't heard nothing, Chris.
I ain't heard nothing. You know what I hear on the radio all the time? Fucking Glorilla. That's what I hear.
Right now she hot.
CGI Friday is what I hear every time. I don't care what time of day it is.
Right now she's surpassing everybody.
One time I kid you not, I cut on the radio, they play the fucking song, I get to the stops light, they replay the fucking song.
Wow.
Like
shout out Glow.
Yeah, Glow.
Yeah, but I'm surprised they didn't put she didn't